Hello everyone at the amazing team at Serif and all fellow beta testers. I'm about to show you is the usual workflow of professional color retouching. Of course, there are many techniques, but there are some that are recurrent. So since we use them every day, it's our bread and butter. Uh, at least these techniques should be able to be reproduced in Affinity Photo as close as possible as in Photoshop. If not really in the same way, at least in a quite simple and straightforward way. So let me tell you what I think it should be. Well, not what I think it should be done, but at least how it's done in Photoshop, and let's try to implement this in Affinity Photo as much as possible, because I think that Affinity Photo has all the potential to become a quite nice replacement for Photoshop. Um, so the workflow should be as easy and as straightforward as in Photoshop, if not easier or more straightforward. For instance, in this case, this model has an area in the forehead that is quite blown out by the lights in the studio. So I want to even out this patch of skin to resemble more the surrounding skin here and here. Of course, this would have to be done also for maybe for here or here in a subtle way, because we don't want to make it flat. We just still want to make it to seem that it's 3D, of course, although it's a 2D photo. But let's just destroy this blown out a bit. So usually we start by using curves. Curves is it's amazing. It's way better than most other adjustments for this kind of subtle work. So one of the things that it's missing, at least until now, in Affinity Photo, is the ability to go and hovering the cursor on the image have a feedback on the graphic of what is the intensity of that component. So let's just start with the blue. I turned that on, and as you can see, there's a little circle showing the intensity of the blue at that point. Another thing, we should be able to choose if we want just a point sample, just the pixel right below the cursor, or an average. Let's just keep it at an average of 11 by 11. So now I want to turn this blue into something more similar to this color. So since I want to pick always from the same place, I'm going to place some guides just to guide me. So this is my final color. I click it. So this is what I want to reach at the blue. And now I'm going to pick, let me just pick always the same also here. So I want to change this color into that one. So this is the second one. So using the cursors, I'm going to lower that value so it's the same, around the same as the value I want to reach. So I just delete this one now, and now I even out the curve so that it remains linear. Okay, now the same for green. This is the color I want to reach, and this is the color that I want to change. Once again, using the cursors around the same height. This one is deleted, and now I just even out the line. I don't need to touch the red because the red is at 100% here and 100% there, so it will not change. So now I don't need these guides anymore, and of course the whole image now it's ruined. So what do? I just invert the alpha channel. So by inverting it, I turn it off. And to invert this alpha channel, it's as simple as pressing Command I. So Command I, it's now black, so everything is turned off. we need a way to invert the alpha map associated to any layer or any adjustment layer. We need a way to in a simple way turn it around, so invert it. So now I just have to paint, and now I don't want to paint with this size. I want to paint with with a broader, with a larger cursor, a larger brush, and very soft brush. So I don't want to travel all the way up there or all the way up there to change the size of my cursor. When I'm working here, I want to change the size of my cursor here. So we have to have a way to change the cursor without leaving the place where we are working. So in this case I just press the right mouse button, well, not mouse, I'm using a pen, but and now I'm going to make it larger. Yes, nice. Hardness, I just wanted to leave it at 0%. I want it quite soft, so it's white. And now I just paint here. I also want to see the result of my painting. So there must be a way to quickly check how the mask is. In Photoshop I just press Alt and click here, and now I'm seeing the mask. This is mandatory. This is really really important. So I just want to make it softer. So now I'm going to Gaussian blur. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so as you can see, this is evened out. I think it's a bit it's a bit exaggerated, so I just have to lower the opacity. In Photoshop I just need to have this tool selected, and now I can press, for instance, 5, the 5 key, and its opacity lowers to 50%. Well, 60%, it's the 6, the keys with 6, and so as you can see it's subtle, but it's more balanced. This works the same for if, for instance, I would like to increase the saturation of the eyes. So just hue and saturation, more saturated. It's exaggerating, more saturation on this, and now Command I, brush, smaller, okay, and now I just have to paint white, as you can see. And another thing, I just want to highlight some of the parts of the hair that are too dark. So what do I do? Curves, and let's see if I just make it screen, not enough. So let's just do this. And subtler. Yes, something like this. But of course now this has blown out the whole image. I'm just going to make it even lighter. Always trying not to clip the curve. And now, of course, Command I, and now, yes, just painting here and here a bit more. As you can see, much better now. So all of these will go into a group, and the original image and the image that it's now color corrected. Of course, lots more could be done to this image, but as you can see, this workflow is quite simple, it's fast, and it's the usual workflow for professional retouchers that want to balance color and bring out details and everything that we usually use in our work every day. It's based on this. We just create adjustment layers and use masks, lots of masks. So we need to deal with masks in a very efficient way. So please let me know what you think, okay? Bye bye.